Okay, Coach, so 5-0 on the day. Really, really, really good opponent in Kaufman, and really good, obviously, with your rivals, Elyria, your frenemies. But you guys finished it off, and the Kaufman match, not as close as I thought it'd be. I thought we were going to come down to like this crazy criteria, Wadsworth, St. Ed's finish.
Yeah, you know, Kaufman's really good, and they're pretty young, right? So I overthink things. I had about 43 different scenarios in my head that may happen in that duel, and it maybe didn't go the way I thought. I thought our kids wrestled really, really well, but it was good to see those guys. I mean, they were tough on top. It was a good duel. I'm sure, you know, you think about state duels, and, you know, we've wrestled Wadsworth, we wrestled Kaufman, we wrestled Elyria. Like, we're going to wrestle one of these teams again, I'm sure of it.
You look at the Jet match versus Macron.
Yeah.
That was a match where Macron really dominated the match, you know, and Jet has beaten Moon. Jet's right there. He can win D1.
Yeah, we think so. Yeah,
I think so.
Caden's a neat kid, man. He's a nice kid. He's got a really good wrestling IQ. You know, he understands wrestling really well, and he and Brendan train a lot together. And, you know, you see that a lot, right? A lot of the Elyria kids and the Brecksville kids train together, the Lake Catholic kids and us. And so those are two guys that train together. We had a pretty good idea of the way that match was going to go. And give Macron credit. You know, he pulled off a leg attack in the first period, scored a barrel roll, and that was really the match. I mean, he's freaking good on top. Right? Really
good on top. Yeah. I couldn't believe it. Yeah. But Jet is right there, man. Like, that's something where if it's a different time, if it's at noon or if it's at 3 o'clock, it's a different match, right?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I like Caden in big matches. Caden's going to keep getting better as the year goes on. It's December 29th or 30th, right? So it's December 30th, and so sometimes we get so fixated on a win or a loss, but it's really about the progress of it. And so, you know, he got a big one in today with Macron, and Macron got the better of him, and bottom's been a focus for us, and Caden's getting better there, and we can see the improvement, and it's good. Caden's going to be ready to go at the end of the year.
Kel Voinovich, Nate Burnett.
Yeah.
Great match. Fleeing the hold. I thought it was probably called right. Okay, whatever. 50-50. Yeah. But that's what ends the match. And that's Nate wins the match. But now you know where you guys are.
Yeah, you know, like I said, Kale's he's a neat freshman. You know, it's not easy to carry the last name that he has. You know, his brother comes in as a freshman and won a high school title. And I don't think a lot of people realize that Kale Voinovich really didn't start wrestling until 6th, 7th grade. You know, Victor was a mat rat as a kid and wrestled a million matches. Kale doesn't have that experience. He doesn't have the 1,000 matches that Victor might have had coming in. And so for Kale, it's a process still, and he's still learning some things in terms of match tactics, and Nate's the bar, right? Nate's the guy in Division I at 145 pounds. And so that was a match that we wanted. We want to see where we were, and I thought Kale did great. I mean, he pulled off a couple good leg attacks. We got to his legs a couple times, got off the bottom. You know, Kale's pretty tough on top. Nate did a great job on bottom, getting away from us. And, you know, Nate got in late, and we got, you know, dinged for fleeing the hold, and so that's the match. But so the result, yeah, it's whatever. But I feel pretty good about where Kale's at. I mean, earlier today, again, he's young. He was down in the Kaufman match and came up with a third period fall for us, right? And so I think those types of things are huge stepping stones for a young kid.
Those are freshmen, two freshmen, a freshman and a sophomore, right?
In Jet?
Yeah. Those are two young guys.
Yeah.
We're not even talking about Venadia or
right,
Victor.
Yeah, you know, Brock Herman's a sophomore. The Venadia twins, the younger twins, are sophomores. So I think our starting lineup had 7 freshmen and sophomores in it.
That's crazy, Coach.
Yeah, it's a good
That's
problem.
a bright future. You got to love that, right?
Yeah. Listen, the Victor Voinoviches, the Ben Venadias, they're seniors, and so we're going to be sad to see those guys go. But we got a young group of kids.
Okay, so you go next week? You go to St. Paris. Mm-hmm. Is there a St. Edward duel yet, or is that something where you're leaving it to the state duels potentially?
Yeah, you know, we tried to put something together, and it just didn't end up working out. And so, you know, and that's when we didn't know when we found out state duels was canceled, we tried to put something together. It didn't work out in terms of dates that we were available with them. And then the Coaches Association put the state duels together, and so we'll see how that plays out. You know, whether we get the rest of them, I hope we do, in the state duels.
And what's your record so far this year?
Oh, we lost to Wadsworth. We beat Perrysburg, and then so whatever that is.
7-1? Yeah. 6 or 7-1?
6-1, yeah.
6-1?
Yeah.
And then everybody's so tight with the Wadsworth.
Yeah, you know, I mean, we had
Kaufman.
a crazy duel against Wadsworth, and I heard Wadsworth and Ed's tied today. It came down to criteria,
Yeah.
and you know, Kaufman's really good, and Elyria wasn't at full strength today, and you know, come February, there's gonna be some fireworks, I think.
I'm super pumped.
Yeah.
I'm like watching this today was awesome.
Yeah.
And I don't know, you probably got to watch Shoemate at least once. Shoemate's a mutant, dude.
He's really good, you know, and that was one of the scenarios that I had in my head was I thought maybe they would bump him to 220 and we might see a Vanadius Shoemate match, but we didn't know, like, are we going to need to bump Ben to heavyweight? And you know, in coaching, there's all these little things that go on. It's not easy for Ben Vanadia to weigh in heavy enough to go heavyweight. And we needed him to do that today to give us the option.
What's he got to make?
It had to be over 217.
Is that what you got to do?
Yeah. Yeah.
Is he got to do like the Dino Taylor thing where he drinks a gallon of water?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, that's what he was doing.
No, that's what Dean Taylor did as a freshman to make the state finals. He had to drink water.
Yeah, that's
for
crazy.
Delta.
You know, and so it's little things like that you know, Ben did that to put we didn't have our heavyweight today. You know, so we had a freshman that wrestled a couple matches, but we didn't have our starting heavyweight today, and said, hey Ben, we need you to do this for the team, and he did it, and so yeah, it's those little things behind the scenes that are important.
All right, Coach. What's next?
Back to practice tomorrow, and Graham next Friday.
All right. You got anything else for me?
No, I appreciate you being here. Like I said, this turned out to be a great event. You got to give credit to Elyria. As soon as the Brecksville tournament canceled, I think Eric and I were on the phone about 3 minutes later and said, you know, we got to get together on the 30th and let's find the next best teams and you know, that are available. And Kaufman jumped right in, and Lake Catholic jumped right in, and then we kind of flip-flopped the other two teams around. But you got to give credit to Nerdonia and Marion Pleasant for jumping in this event, because there's some pretty good teams.
Ryan had a day.
Yeah, I heard. I mean, yeah, he got in a wild one with Rizzo, and then I heard he beat Evans?
What was the score with Rizzo?
17-14, I think.
That's what it was.
Yeah, it was pretty wild. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I mean, you know,
they've had wild ones in the past too, haven't they?
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy. I can't wait to watch that one.
Yeah, 82 was a great weight class here.
It was, and he beat everybody. He went 5-0 on the day.
Yeah,
that's
and
unreal.
those dudes wrestled 5 matches yesterday. They're crazy.
Yes, they're out of their minds. Walters is nuts though.
Yeah.
Hey, thank you for the time. Good luck.
Yeah,
Go
appreciate
Bees.
it. Thanks.